Good morning, Dr. J. Thank you for being here. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, teammates. Good morning, Henry. So glad for you to join us today, buddy. Just taking our time getting the chart set up before we begin the day. Have the weekly chart, the daily chart right above that on the right hand side. In the bottom middle, we have the 30-minute chart. Above that, we have the 5-minute chart, which we use to trade by. The 15 and the 2. Good morning, Lance. The usual suspects are entering the building as we begin today's trading action. Guys, let's make today our best trading day ever. Let us follow our rules. What a day yesterday wound up being. Right after we got off the air, that 503 area that I was interested in was a breach and then a complete collapse. A lot more money was still left on the table. See if we can do a better job today of leaving a little less money on the table. Alaikum assalam. Hamza is in the building. Does anybody have any plans they would like to share? Any suggestions? All thoughts are welcome. Working on my algos over here on the 30-minute. Just let you guys know what I'm doing. I didn't include pre-market because the action is so close to yesterday's action that I left out pre-market on this 5-minute chart. Pre-market high got all the way to 503. The pre-market low got all the way to the 501.2 area. Let me see if I can turn up volume here. All right. That helps a little bit. Market is coming out the gate being very aggressive on the bears, very aggressive selling in the first 5 minutes. Coming right to the 501.2 area where pre-market low was, and also there is an area of support here. Let me show you on the line chart. We had support here this morning coming off of this 501.2 area. So won't be surprised if the market bounces again from this area. I like to give the market some time to develop, pick a direction, and show us where potential trades may be. Pre-market low has been breached. So we'll go ahead and remove that. Very interesting play here. Very interesting. Very aggressive selling right out the gate by the bears. Very aggressive. 500 acting as natural support, whole and half dollar amounts. Tend to see a little bit of conversation at whole and $5 amount. That was a 5-figure breakfast. It really was. It really was. Really had the potential to do that. Right out of the gate. Right out the gate. Over $1 move on the option chain. Also, a lot of liquidity is being built as well. A drop from the 502 all the way to the 500 and beyond, right out of the gate. The market will always present an opportunity to trade. So there's no such thing as a missed opportunity. Just prepare yourself for the next one. There are profits to be found every day. We don't have to force anything. We do have some 10 o'clock reports coming out. First 5 minutes are very volatile. First 15 minutes can trick you. Gonna let the market reveal itself to us. There is no problem with taking our time. seems that the bears are trying to allow the bulls to build some liquidity here to potentially use to go down a little further. Patient and see. A little more liquidity being grabbed here. As some of these early bears are starting to cover. VWAP being the natural resistance area, seeing if the stock price can remain under VWAP. Remains to be seen. We're still within yesterday's range. If you guys take a look to the left, you will see that. Anxious to see what the 10 o'clock report does. It's not the report, but the reaction to the news. There is a lot of potential liquidity that the bulls could grab and use to take the stock price higher, potentially. It doesn't matter to us, bull or bear. We're just looking for a great trading opportunity. Very nice liquidity grab so far. I like it. I do like it. Just want to be a little more patient, knowing we have the 10 o'clock report coming up. And that 501 area acting as resistance right now. Yet the stock price is trading above VWAP currently. Does anybody have any trade ideas that they would like to share? Any thoughts? Any particular game plans that they see unfolding? I am algo hunting. Trying to see and identify. see right now the 5013 is acting right now as resistance. And if we look, we see that yesterday this 50113 area acting a little bit as a magnet. We get to it, get away from it, come right back to it, get away from it, come right back to it. Even this morning we got away from it, came right back to it. I've identified a controlled selling algo. Put that up on the screen. Four minutes, a little less than 4 minutes for the 10 o'clock report to come out and for us to see the response to that report. Happy that the market is moving. Right now we have a $2 range. There's plenty to make some money in. I like a call above the 501.97 area where I drew this alarm, which would also be us breaking out of this selling algo with continuation. So I do like this area for a call. I'll show you here. I like this area here for a call. Break below the 499.8 for a continuation in this selling algo for a put. So those are the two areas that I have interest in. And I have an alarm set at 501.99. I'm sorry, at 501.97. My alarm goes off, looking for a potential entry above that area for a call. And the 499.8, looking below that for a potential entry for a put. There has been enough liquidity built by the bulls this morning that the price does trade below the 499.8. These early morning bulls would be forced to cover, and I like to join them in their covering, as bull covering is selling, causing the price to go lower, allowing us to stay in this selling algo. And if the bulls are able to break out of this selling algo above the 502, this would be a great area for early morning bears to cover. This would also flip the chart on the daily. If we look here, it would also flip us from red on the day to green, bringing all of the morning bears to cover. Now, I have identified the area. Don't know if the trade is going to happen because no one knows what the market is going to do. But I have identified areas of potential interest, and when and if the stock price does trade in those areas, I will look for A plus, B plus setups, look for criteria to be met that would then make it my duty and obligation to take the trade. Till then, I shall remain patient as we are now on the 10 o'clock hour. As that 10 o'clock reports come out, what's more important to us is how the market responds. We are currently putting in higher highs and higher lows. Currently. But very strong resistance at the 5011 area. Very strong resistance at this daily resistance indicated here on the chart. This red line. Stock price is finding heavy bearish action here, rejecting these higher prices and pushing them back down. No need to rush it. Just clearly wait for someone to be in trouble. Without clearly identifying who's in trouble, that means you are in trouble. And that's what we want to avoid. The range is getting tighter, guys. Range is getting tighter. Now it's at 501.2 and a 499.8. The range is getting a little tighter. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. That's my attention. But we're still right at the top of the selling algo. What I like to see is a break out and a continuation. The benefit of having identified the algo, you can see how the stock is responding and respecting the algo itself, knowing that there's no need to trade too early. But be aware and I've already identified this area with an alarm. 5019 area, also indicating that it will be breaking out of the selling algo, possibly having a continuation move. That is what I'm looking at right now. That range, though, absolutely, Dan. That range. What a range. It does appear that I moved a little early. Should have waited for the continuation candle. That was on my part. Ow! We got the confirmation, but I needed that continuation candle, so I got in just a little early. And I will protect with very tight risk, just in case we get pulled back into the selling algo. We reached the area that I was definitely interested in, but I should have waited for a continuation candle in that direction. But I will be patient. As I was patient waiting for the stock to get to this area, knowing that once we got to this area, bears would start to be feeling a little pressure to cover. Two and a half minutes left on this candle. Knowing that the bears are going to have to put a fight up here, because if they don't, they will start covering. The risk is worth the reward to me. Identify the area where a potential trade may be. The only thing I would like to work on, just because we're not perfect, getting a little bit better entry. I kind of wanted that continuation. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. If we get the continuation, I will be in very nice profits. If we don't get the continuation, then I will use my risk management to safeguard my trade. I'm comfortable and confident in the thought process of this trade. That's an arrow where I entered a call at. It's green. Green is where I buy. Red is where I sell. Bears are acting aggressively. And just for clarification, with the stock closing here, that gave us the confirmation. What I should have done was wait for the continuation. Because in waiting for the continuation, where is red in your head? Waiting for the continuation, I wouldn't be in this right now unless this candle was green. I would be avoiding this mini roller coaster ride that I'm on. We got the confirmation, but it's the continuation that the easy money would have been made in. So I'm on a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but again, I'm patient because I understood why I took the trade in this area, and I do understand what is at stake. If the Bears lose this area, we will get a quick pop, potentially to the 503 area. And if not, we'll regroup and look for another opportunity. But as I stated, to me, the risk was worth the reward. I just would have wished that I would have waited for continuation as far as with having the team look at what I'm doing and deciding when to get in the trade. It's definitely the area of the trade. But again, we like to avoid roller coaster rides and like our trading to be as smooth as possible. And waiting for this candle to go green before entering would have been the best and the easiest entry for this particular play. Like I said, I'm with you in this. Again, teammate, we're on a little bit of a roller coaster ride. It was not the best entry. The area was identified, absolutely. But what we wanted to see was that daily candle. Okay, you got a better entry, so that's good. What we want to see is that daily candle flip from red to green. A little bit more here. Let's see where this candle closes at. A lot of time left on this candle. 4 minutes left on this particular candle itself. Let's see what level 2 is looking like. Where is the line in the sand for the Bears? The line in the sand is the 501.87. So we need to see the Bulls on this side get above that 501.85. You can see them get above that 501.85. And what is happening now? See that the Bears 501.87 have a line in the sand right here temporarily. Again, we understand what is at stake in this area. The risk is absolutely worth the reward. I only regret getting in a little too early, not allowing it to be as smooth as it possibly could, but there is the move happening now, as we are into some very nice profits. Took us a little bit of time to get there. Go a little bit further, a little more stretch. Wow. What a rejection move by the Bears at this area. There's a lot at stake at this area. A lot at stake at this area. Definitely got the area right. Oh, we definitely got the area right. Shadow of doubt about that. We got the area right. Start taking a little profit up here. A little bit more angle room potentially coming here. A little more profit taken there. As the trade is starting to work out for us. There we go. Taking a little bit more profit there. Bears are still putting up a fight, understandably, but exactly what we thought would take place is starting to take place. Again, please excuse me for getting in a little early here, so that we did have to go through this roller coaster ride. But some of our teammates took that as an opportunity to hop on board this train. And again, what we're fighting for is the daily candle, which is what the Bears don't want to give up. It's what they're in the process of giving up right now. Let's take a look here on our daily candle. As we've gone from red to green on the day, that is exactly what we were looking for and waiting for, that particular play, knowing that if that happened, that some Bears would have to start covering, especially the early morning Bears today. And as of such, we're up nicely on this trade, about 20 cents per contract so far. 100 contracts, there's $2,000 that would have been made so far. So this is exactly the direction that we're trying to go in and plan to go in. Again, I will do better as far as my entry, but as far as the area of the trade, we were spot on with that. Now, how much we're going to get out of it, no one knows. I definitely like to see us hold on to pre-market high of 502.9. That is definitely possible and probable. As this squeeze continues, potentially in the beginning of a bear squeeze. I hope my teammates are enjoying some nice profits now. As I plan to hold on to my runners here and let them run on. Hope you guys understood the call, understood the play, understood the area of the trade, and the psychology of why at that area it would be a great opportunity to take a call, as early morning Bears would start covering. Now, they put up a fight. They did have a line in the sand. Once that line was broken, you start seeing them cover. The next Bears that are under attack is yesterday's Bears at the 1450 time frame. I'll go ahead and identify them here on the chart. These are the Bears that are under attack right now. Trying to get them to cover would definitely put us in more profits. As right now, we're seeing profits of 40 cents per contract share. 10 contracts is $400. 100 contracts is $4,000. We were able to identify the area. We took the trade. We had to be a little patient. And now we're enjoying the profits. So let me give it up to those of you who got on this ride with me. Let me give it up to those of you who were patient with me as we took this ride. And I just got out there at pre-market high, where I said I would get out, knowing that there's going to be a little bit of conversation here. It does not mean this ride is over. Does not mean this ride is over, as we are seeing now up over 70 cents per contract on this move. But again, I identified this area with this line. I didn't know what would happen past this line, but I knew that the 502.8 area would be a great area to take profits. And I did such that with a great trade today. All that was required was time and patience, clearly showing where I got in and showing the stair-stepping of me getting out. Taking out that last runner at pre-market high, and since pre-market high has been violated now, I want to go ahead and remove that. But also, guys, I want you to look left. If you look left, you see I identified this candle here, this yesterday's candle. This is the candle that is defending this line. And you can see the rejection of higher prices by this upper wick. The same as it did the previous day. Upper wick here. See that? Same thing here, the upper wick. And that is the bears rejecting this price. So to me, knowing that there was going to be some conversation here and some more bears defending this area, it was a good place for me to take profits and to take my runner off. I'm not special in no way, shape, form, or fashion. I just have the ability to read what the market is saying and where it is saying it, and then I just act accordingly. And now we'll potentially look for another setup. And again, if no one is in trouble, that means you are in trouble, and we try to avoid that at all costs. Grateful for those of you who made money with me on that play. As our confidence continues to grow. Oh, look at that shooting star. Hello. Hello, shooting star. Hello, shooting star. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. This is not a textbook shooting star, but it is one nonetheless. It's not textbook, but it is one nonetheless. And if you choose to take a put here, please remember, if you're short above VWAP, to cover above VWAP. I myself will not be taking a put here. This is not truly the top of an uptrend. To me, this is a bounce coming from 503, and if anything, attempting to complete the cup. Let's go ahead and put up some more algos and see what we can uncover for another potential trade. As now we are in a controlled buying algo, so I really wouldn't feel safe taking a put until we broke out of this, and in doing so, that will put all of these recent bulls in a covering position, also potentially getting below VWAP and potentially turning this 5012 area back to resistance, because now it is support. Let us respect it and give it its appropriate color. I don't know, those of you who paid attention to the alarms that we had set up yesterday, but clearly what a day yesterday was when we broke that 503 area that I showed you guys. We had a break, a retest, and then again also justifying why I did not recommend or call out a put here, but in fact said that I would avoid it. Awesome, awesome. Glad that the team is learning and understanding. Yeah. They just said, is anybody here a cat? I gotta show you guys. You forcing me. I got a doggone Bengal in here, man. And this guy is something else. Bring me that cat. Bring me that Bengal. Let me show you guys this Bengal real quick. All right, here's the culprit right here. Here is the culprit right here. Easy, buddy. Easy. Easy. You're on the air now. Can you see him? I got him on the screen if you guys can see him. Okay, buddy. I got you. I got you, buddy. I got you. You just wanted some love and affection. Now, if anyone would like to, can you guys see the cat? I have him on the screen. Can you see him? And if anyone would like this Bengal, he is available for the low price of $14.99. Should have bought a used car instead of buying this cat. Just wanted to show you guys this Bengal. Keep going outside because I thought there was one outside my window. Lance said he kept going outside because he thought one was outside the window. No, it is just this guy here whose name is Shaka. Shaka Shabazz. This guy. Okay, buddy, you're on the mic now. That's enough, okay? Easy, buddy, easy. This guy says, my cat keeps looking around. More money, your cat is looking around. Meanwhile, the bulls are continuing to squeeze as we go to a higher level. So I got out a little early as well. But not really, because that's still the same area that we had identified. And the option price still is not back. Just got to 270. So to me, that was still a great exit for myself. Now I can start throwing tantrums. Now I can start throwing tantrums. Good call on the short from yesterday, awesome. And that's all we can do is just identify what the market is showing us and act according on the shooting star. Yes, good fake out on that shooting star. Not taking it wasn't ideal. It was only used to set up these bears to take it to another level. Now I can whine a little bit as I look at the option price get closer to $3. And we got in at 203. It is now trading at 288. Bigger moves are definitely on the horizon. I kind of feel you there, Lance. What did you say? You said I got out too early. It appears I've gotten out too early as well. Nonetheless, these are good problems to have. And the reason I'm saying that is because once we identified that this flip was going to go on the daily from red to green, we possibly should have held on to the next resistance level, which is the 503.50, which is also a $0.50 mark. So guys, we will have to get better on taking profits. We will have to get better on taking profits. But I thank you for your patience. And I am definitely happy to be back in the building with you all. Another shooting star. Now this one I kind of like, not recommending it, but we're closer to resistance. So this is closer to resistance, and also keep in mind this would also be the completion of that cup. So even in hindsight, I'm still pleased with my exit. Still want to look at your risk versus reward here. Definitely still in this controlled buying. Another great day here on Some Real Change. If I could get you guys to hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And let's give a shout out to T-shirts for traders.co. Things I love to do: place trades, talk about trading, think about trading, dream about trading. Thank you, T-shirts for trader.co. Again, guys, the market will always present an opportunity to trade. All we have to do is identify where the potential trade area may be patient, wait for the stock price to hit that area, wait for the candle to close, Abdul. And then after the candle closes, then we can look for that continuation for us to enter in very safely and securely. So for a recap, we did identify this area. The stock started trading in this area and I got in. That was not the correct thing for me to do because I had to be a little patient. But that did give an opportunity for some other teammates to get in on this pullback that did not come back down to VWAP nor to support. Now, the very next candle, we did get the continuation with the close above that area, and then the easy profits came right after that. Just for a recap, I want to identify what we did wrong, even though we did some things right as well. We identified the area, we identified the direction, but the entry could have been just a little better. So definitely work on that, as well as the exit, possibly with the momentum now of squeezing these bulls, these bears. We probably should have kept on a little bit of a runner, knowing that the 503.5 is a $half number and will be the completion of this cup. So with the stock price getting up here, the option chain should probably definitely be trading close to $3, as right now it's at $2.89 for a 501 call, $2.90 for a 501 call. Some of us got in as early as 203. So there's still a lot of room to go, but I'm happy that we're on this journey together. I'm happy that we're learning and understanding together. And I will be in attendance tomorrow morning from the home office as well. Grateful for that. I'll be traveling this weekend, but I will be stationary again tomorrow and again on Monday, God willing. Now, for some miraculous reason, the stock does get down to the $4.99.8. Please expect to see a huge drop, as it will take all of these bulls to cover. But right now we're in a little bit of a baby squeeze. Yes, we are. But let's keep things in proper perspective. We're still red for the week. Even with today's bounce, we are still red for the week. Let's look at yesterday's huge bearish candle. And even with the stock price trading where it is right now, still haven't put quite enough stress on them yet. Let's go ahead and bring this up so you guys can see what's going on here. Here at the 5033 area, this is 50% of this move yesterday. So that is also why you see the bears coming back in and defending this move. They don't want to give it up, because if they do, that could really have a nice bear squeeze on yesterday's bears. So yesterday's bears are still fighting. Even with this nice bullish move today, the bears overall are still in control, as indicated by the week and also indicated by the day. However, if the bulls are able to successfully get the stock price back above the 5033, that can start more covering from the late bears yesterday, and covering for some of the early bears who will still be in profit, but will watch their profits start to diminish. Their covering with the bulls buying could turn into a beautiful squeeze play. Remains to be seen. We've identified the area. We understand what's going on. We just have to wait and see what happens. But there is another potential for a leg up. There is another potential for a dramatic leg up above the 5033 area to the 505. A lot of time left on the clock, a lot of day left, a lot of room. Again, these are the bears that are fighting for this area. And with us getting above the 503 area, turning this resistance into support, and then start causing these bears to cover. And that's what we're seeing now. As I stated, there is another leg up potentially. Another leg up potentially. And this is where the frustration comes in as we look at the option chain that is trading at 325. A whole $1.20. Wow. That is that short squeeze I was telling you guys about. A lot of time left on this 5-minute candle. So we know it's not going to be easy, but it is potential and present. I know, right? Wow. What would be the sign for a pullback to VWAP? This stock has yet to pull back to VWAP. Even in its pullbacks, we have examples of it not coming nowhere near VWAP. Very strong And because of the potential of the bearish squeeze, she may not come back. As we look, every small pullback that there was, the bulls started buying it up, indicated by these lower tails. Valiant effort was put forward by the bears then and now, as this could still be a lot of liquidity that they could use to VWAP. The move in this was we're not going to make that same mistake as before. We've got the trading above this area. We want to see a close and then a continuation candle. That continuation candle will be the easy money, as these bears from yesterday that I highlighted will start covering. Their covering is buying. Their buying will cause the stock price to go higher. You don't want to be too early. That's how you get washed out, as I did here. I didn't get washed out, but I had to go for a ride because we're being too early. And yeah, that just closed that cup. They are closing the cup. Yes, they are. They're closing the cup at the 5035 area. Half and whole dollar amounts always have to be respected. But here at the top, it's turning into a beautiful shooting star. And this would be a valid shooting star, where the upper wick is twice the size of the body. It is occurring at the top of an uptrend, occurring at an area of resistance. The criteria is looking very, very well. A little bit different than this one. It's not about where she trades, it's about where she closes. And that was almost 50-50, because this wick is not double the size of the body. The wick has to be double the size of the body to be a valid shooting star. And then price trading beneath it. So it's not ideal. And an ideal shooting star at the top of an uptrend can either be red or green, but a red shooting star is more bearish, because that means that the bulls were able to take the price below the opening of the candle itself. But instead, this could be another squeeze move. Again, there is room for another leg up if we get above the 503.5, and not with a confirmation candle, but with a continuation candle. Other than that, please be safe. Please trade safe. If you've made money this morning, congratulations. If you have gained a deeper understanding this morning, congratulations to you as well. The market will always present an opportunity to trade. All we have to do is be patient and take our time. This is Abdul Shabazz for some real change stock trading journey. I want to thank everyone for being in attendance today. I look forward to doing this with you again tomorrow. Same time, same channel, same stock, but more profits. I am truly humbled and appreciative for everyone who shows up and for everyone who watches the replay. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Be well. Bye for now.